Hi everyone! Today I'm going to show you a birthday cake that I plan on making. It is my father-in-law's birthday and he has the greatest sense of humor, and so I wanted to make him something that'll make him laugh and I know that he'll appreciate. My father-in-law and his buddies hang out every single day at Dunkin Donuts, so I'm going to make him a cake that looks like a cup of coffee from Dunkin Donuts. Stay tuned and I'll show you how I plan on doing this. So what I'm going to do is take a toothpick and kind of just score around the edges all the way around. And it's going to leave little pinpricks, which will be like connect the dots, a spot for me to cut out. Now that the cake is all cut out, I have to transfer it to a cake board. All I did was take a piece of regular cardboard, this happened to be from a box from the post office, cut it to fit the shape that I needed, and covered it in a piece of white wrapping paper. You can see some of the color from the box shining through, but that's okay. Once I put the cake on, it's going to be covered. It's not going to be noticed. Now I'm going to set this aside and get ready for the next step. The next thing I have to do to get ready for decorating my cake is to get my last stencil together. I went and printed up a copy of the Dunkin Donuts logo, and all I'm going to do is take my X-Acto knife using the rest of the cardboard box as a work mat and cut out the letters to make a stencil essentially. Now I'm going to take my cake and I'm going to put my stencil back on top of it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark out with my toothpick again by the same method before, scoring along the line where I want the opening of the cup to be, because this part where the opening is, I'm not going to frost. I want it to stay as the chocolate cake so it looks like coffee. So just place this back on top. Smooth it out and then just score along this top line here. You can use a fancy spatula. I find a butter knife works just fine. Now that I have the first layer of frosting on the cake, I'm ready to put the fondant on. All I did was rolled it out into one shape that's going to fit the cake, and I did it on a silicone mat so it's easy to lift it and manipulate this, and I can use the mat just to help me directly flip the fondant right onto the cake. And I'm going to take the silicone mat with the fondant on it and just place it right on top and adjust it to wherever it needs to be. And then I peel the mat off. Now that I have the fondant draped over the cake, I'm just going to stretch the edges a bit to cover all the sides. Press it down and smooth it all around. They sell tools for helping you do this, the smoothing tools and edging tools, but really your best tools that you'll ever have are your own hands. Use them, love them, make them work. So I've trimmed off all the excess fondant, everything is covered completely. I'm going to go back and take my stencil again and place it on top. However, this time I'm going to place it upside down so any crumbs from the cake that is on here, it's not going to get stuck to the fondant. So that I can hold the stencil in place, I just put a light pinprick in there with my toothpick and I can go back in afterwards and clear that spot up. So I'm just going to go ahead and lightly mark where my line for my cup rim should be. And then I'm going to do the same along here. And I have these two lines here. So this is where I'll make my drawing of the cup rim, and I'm going to cut this part out. Take my little knife. Carefully lift the fondant off, using your knife to saw off any spots where it's still sticking. And then I will go back in and smooth those edges off. So I'm going to take a little water, my fingers, which are nice and clean, and just spread it on top of the fondant, which will make it sticky but won't change anything, and take my stencil and place it right on top and press it down, especially the little spots like this that will lift up. I want to make sure that they're on there good so that when I go to paint my color on, everything will line up nicely. I am done decorating the cake and I am thrilled with how good it came out. It came out much better than I thought. And as a final little touch, I went into Dunkin Donuts. I got one of their donut boxes. I don't know if you can see, I don't want it to tip. And put it inside of here. I'm not closing it all the way because I don't want it to get messed up. So if you'd like this, please give me a thumbs up, comment, share, give a shout out. Happy birthday to my father-in-law. He deserves it. And have a great day. Bye.